Happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want.
It is Friday, and how can you not be happy? You're listening to Hot News Talk Radio, 1240 a.m., or you might be listening to us on hotnewstalkradio.com, where it's half off deals today. In fact, you know, every Wednesday and Friday, or just about every Wednesday and Friday, you're going to find our half off deals here on 1240 a.m. Hot News Talk Radio, and you can do that by going to hotnewstalkradio.com, half off deals. Scroll down, and there's so many things there, items there. There's gift certificates, there's items, there's chairs, there's all kind of things, and we're going to get into that in just a little bit and talk about some of those items. My name is Eric Judd, and proud to be here. You know what? If you want to, you can follow us on Twitter, and we'd love to have you on Twitter, because just go to Hot News Talk Radio, follow us on Twitter. If you see something going out in the Chattanooga community, please tweet it. Let us know. We're going to get it on the air. You can be a cub reporter for Hot News Talk Radio, and we'll get you, make sure that we'll get your Twitter handle on the air too as things come over, and we appreciate the people that do that for us and keep us informed. You can also, if you're getting ready to leave the office or the house and you don't want to miss a second of Hot News Talk Radio, you can go to the TuneIn app. You can get that from the Google store. You can get it from the iPhone store. And just go there and click download the TuneIn app, and then go to local. And then we're right there at 1240 a.m. Hot News Talk Radio, and you can listen to us anywhere, working out at the gym, or if you're on your way to lunch or wherever. And we're happy to have you listening to Hot News Talk Radio. Hey, I tell you what, this past Wednesday, we had a guy, he does a show about every other week. His name is Bruce Krebs, does a fantastic job, a lot of good information, and I'm going to throw his number out. I know he's an advertiser here, and he does some great things, but I want you to listen to his show because he does a great job, and he is part of the entrepreneurial service, and I tell you what, he really knows his stuff. If you're looking to start a business, if you're looking to buy a franchise, and in this economy, it would be very wise to get a hold of him and talk with him. Once again, his name is Bruce Krebs, and his phone number is 423-875-5621. That's 423-875-5621. And this portion of the show is brought to you by Sky Aerial Services. They use the most advanced drone technology to give you a better perspective and depth of your property and project. They offer aerial photography, video for your business, farm, home, or advertising campaign, as well as editing services to complete the experience. You can call them at 423-521-0284 and see how they can help you tell a story about your property, business, or project. Now, they work with real estate professionals, and that's both commercial and residential, developers, engineers, inspectors, surveyors, ad agencies, auto and boat dealers, mapping services, insurance inspections, photographers, and then maybe if you're having a wedding coming up and you want a different perspective, you can use them. You can call them at 423-521-0284, 423-521-0284, or visit their website, and that's skyaerialservices.com. Once again, that's skyaerialservices.com. And, you know, that's one of the things we're going to talk about. And I know coming up following me is Russell, and he does the digital drive, and he does all things digital. And I don't want to step in his area of expertise because I would probably be, as the old saying goes, I would be a lost ball in high weeds. But we're going to touch on some things that are exciting happening in the UAV or drone industry, some things that we're starting to see commercially come around, and I do want to highlight that. But the first thing I want to do is talk about our half off. And if you're listening to where you can get on your computer or maybe your smartphone, go to hotnewstalkradio.com. That's hotnewstalkradio.com. And just click on the half off tab. You can buy any of these items at any time. It's very easy. You just scroll to the bottom of the screen, and you put your information in, and you're not putting a credit card or any kind of financial information. You're putting your callback information. Someone from this radio station, they will be local. They will be Chattanooga. They'll probably sound a lot like me or you, or maybe they'll have that Midwestern twang that Mr. Russell has if he calls you. And they will call you back, and they'll make these deals happen. Now, it's almost lunchtime. Here in about 50 minutes, everybody's going to be going to lunch and having a good lunch. And there's not a better place to eat lunch than Jet's Pizza. Now, as the upstate New Englanders tell me that they seem to think that they know pizza better than anybody else, they say this is authentic New York pizza. And they've got a heck of a deal here on the website. You can get a $50 gift certificate for $25. That's a $50 gift certificate for just $25. And think of all the pizza, salad, all of the other things they have, a wide variety on their menu for $50. I mean, that's going to feed you probably more than one day. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're going to take your coworkers, you're going to celebrate with some family or something, or maybe you're just going to keep that for yourself so that you can go in and, you can eat more than once there. And I tell you what, they do have excellent food. And, for just $25, you're going to get a $50 gift certificate. That's just one of the many items here. If you go in there and scroll down, you're going to see a ton of items. I mean, everything from office furniture to camo pants to handmade jewelry. So we're going to highlight some of these items and talk about them. But look, we have a great local footprint here in Chattanooga. AM is at one time they said it was a dying medium, but it never will be, and that's because AM provides information to people, especially on the local level, and we like to do that. We pride ourselves in being local. And at the same time, we provide national talk shows and national news. We're the only one here that carries CBS and Fox News. And, both of those have a world-renowned reputation for bringing you good news. And when I say good news, it's fair news, it's balanced news, and it's coming to you where you can make your decisions. And that's what we like to do here at Hot News Talk Radio, is that we want to provide you the information and let you decide. One thing that we probably do not talk about enough here is we are the exclusive NASCAR radio station here in Chattanooga. And I'm sure most of the NASCAR fans know that. But if you're new here in town, or maybe you're just getting into the sport, you want to know when you leave the house, how you can keep up with NASCAR. Well, it's pretty simple. Just put your dial on 1240 AM, or either go to hotnewstalkradio.com or your TuneIn app, and you can hear all of the races, no matter if they're on a Saturday or Sunday, if they're a day race or night race. We carry them all here on Hot News Talk Radio. And I tell you what, we're very proud to be the NASCAR station, the exclusive station for NASCAR here in beautiful Chattanooga, the scenic city. And also, we've got a really nice lineup during the week, and it starts around 11 o'clock and it goes all the way through really to about 7 o'clock. And we probably don't highlight that enough. And I want to take just a few minutes to let everybody know what's going on. Well, here, between the 11 and 12 hour, there's no telling what you're going to hear. We like to keep a variety here. Sometimes we'll let Laura Ingram come in and talk, but we like to keep, local issues here, whether it's the half off like we're doing today. And, if you go to the website, that's hotnewstalkradio.com, and click the half off link there, you're going to find a nice office chair. And I'm in a real nice office chair. That's probably a $75, $80 office chair for $20. Now, who doesn't need an office chair? Everybody needs an office chair. There's also, just below that, if you look, there's a really nice, what I would call an everyday chair that would work great in an office, or maybe a home office or a business office. It doesn't matter. But this chair is probably an $80 or $90 chair itself, and you can get it for $20. And this is things that we offer on a local level. All the products we talk about are from local vendors. They're from local companies here, and we want to keep our money local. But going back after this, now we've got the digital drive, and everybody knows Russell. I mean, he is a rock star. I know this for a fact. He has a huge following, not only in this city, but across the country, and he even taps the Canadian market. That's right. He is international. But look, he delves into issues and has an understanding about this digital world that we live in. And I encourage you, at lunch, man, you're having lunch at Jet's Pizza, you might as well stick your earphones in, listen to us on the TuneIn app, and listen to Russell on the digital drive. And then, of course, following him is David Tullis, and he does the Nougat Economics. And I tell you what, he has a great show where he brings in guests, and it's all about local issues. It's about the local economy. It's about the local government. And David is a highly intelligent man, and he's not so intelligent that he can't bring it to you so that the everyday guy like myself understands it. And he's here from 1 to 3. And David does a great job. I mean, he really does. He does an outstanding job and really makes the complicated or the intrigue that can be of county government or city government understandable to the everyday person. And then he brings in guests, and his guests are very knowledgeable, and he does a great interview. I encourage you to listen to his show, and that's from 1 to 3. And then we're going to take you out, and we're going to send you back out into probably one of the most popular guys on the radio right now, Sean Hannity. Of course, everybody knows he has a show on Fox at night, but he is one of the most popular guys on the radio, and that's from 3 to 5. And then we're going to bring you back here from 5 to 6. You know what? We do a whole hour of local news, and we're going to keep you informed of what's going on locally. And then, of course, we bring the big gun in to do that once again. Russell steps back in and does that. And you know, it's a daunting task to do an hour newscast, and he'll tell you that. But it's local. It's going to keep you informed. Any kind of breaking news, he's going to keep you up. And then I tell you what, you just want to have fun, and you're on the way home, and you just want to smile a little. You want to learn a lot. And that's Cowboy Up with Tex. And I mean, his show is probably one of the most unique shows you're going to find anywhere in any market. And we're just happy to have him here in Chattanooga. So I encourage you all day to listen to Hot News Talk Radio. And that's, you know, if you happen to be listening to us on that interweb or on your phone or something, and you get in your car, it's very simple. It's 12:40 a.m. and you can go anywhere in this county. You can even dip down into Georgia a little bit, and you can pick us up. We have a nice, strong signal, and this is half off Friday, and it's Friday. Everybody's happy. I mean, how could you not be happy? It's the end of the week. It's been a nice, warm week as opposed to last week. I know saw some great fireworks in between the rain. We needed the rain, but I hate that it coming on such a holiday weekend. I saw a heck of a fireworks show, and it was a private show, and it went on for about an hour and 20 minutes. I'm not sure what these people spent on this, but I can tell you it was more than $1, and it was amazing. And right then I was thankful that I live in the great United States of America. And you know what? You listen to the news and you hear some people that are probably not as appreciative as most of us are about living in the United States. But look, there's a lot of us out there that are really happy living here, that love our country, and we love our Constitution. And it's time for us to stand up. It's time for us as Americans to stop being pushed around, stop being intimidated, and stop worrying about what the small minority is going to say or what they're going to accuse us of. Look, this is a wonderful country, and it's time for us to, I'm not going to say take it back, but it's time for us to stand up and say, we're still here. We're tired of you bullying us around, and we're not going to let you do it anymore. And this is an important election coming up, and I hope everybody participates. You may not vote the way I want you to vote, but at least participate. That's what makes this country great. All right, we've got to get back to half off, or they're going to run me out of the studio. We have some outstanding items here, and I told you, it's everything from gift certificates all the way to golf clubs. And we got a nice set of golf clubs here, and it's a full set. I mean, it's your irons, your woods, it's your backs. It looks like it's everything but tees and balls. And good Lord, we've all heard that before. But it's a nice bag. It's a nice set of clubs. This probably set when at retail would be somewhere between $700 and $800, maybe $900. You can get it on our website right now for $250. Very simple. Scroll to the bottom, fill out the information, and then we will call you back and we'll set up a time to get with you to get payment and deliver you the goods. And you know what? This half off we do is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't have to do it when you hear us on the air. You can go anytime. So, you know, go ahead and bookmark our website, Hot News Talk Radio, because I know you want to listen to us, because we're going to keep you informed, whether it's locally or nationally. And this half off is just you know what, to me, it really kind of defines the radio station, because we're going out to local people that sell local products, and we bring those products in here, and then we're offering them to you local. So it's not, you know, you're not getting shipped from Malaysia or something like that. You're actually going to come down and you're going to meet one of the radio personalities. We're going to shake your hand. We're going to do a transaction, and we're going to keep the money here locally in the beautiful scenic city of Chattanooga. Well, I promised to touch on some news about drones and other things. And, that there's so much news out there about unmanned aerial vehicles or drones. And, some of it is a lot of, you seem to hear the not so good stuff. And then you seem to hear the good stuff is kind of smaller, but there are some exciting things happening. This is an emerging technology, and it has so many ways that it is going to help expand our economy. And that's what is exciting to me. Yes, there's some privacy concerns, but I think that if we handle this in a very smart way, those privacy concerns will go away. In fact, I'd be more concerned about people listening to my cell phone conversation or reading my emails than I would about a drone looking at you as you walk around your backyard. But look, there's some great things happening. And one thing that I found interesting is that, the rest of the world has really embraced drones. In the United States, we're kind of falling behind on this because we are so worried about trying to regulate something before it really happens. And, thankfully, the government and the FAA, they've come out and they've set some guidelines and rules, and I think they're going to be very helpful. But, Switzerland, they're starting to deliver mail by drone. And, I know our postal service is kind of having some problems right now and running a huge deficit. This may be the wave of the future. I know everyone's heard of Amazon and what they're going to do, but the technology is just about there where they can deliver packages to your home. They maybe can deliver mail to your home. And it would be a cost savings that would be unbelievable. Now, Switzerland, they've already started the test phase because the new technologies are coming out is where that they can program it and set it to a waypoint, and it can avoid objects. And that's the big thing. I can program a drone right now and send it across town, but if there happens to be something as high as the drone's flying or a little higher and it's in its path, the drone doesn't know to get out of the way. But the technologies are starting to get there. So these unmanned vehicles are going to do that. And I don't think you're going to see them zipping all over the place for a while. But look, commercially, it's got a lot of uses. Agriculture is going to be huge, search and rescue. I mean, there was a story the other day about a guy had robbed something. He's on the run. The police, he went into kind of a swampy type area in Florida. The police couldn't find him, so they sent a couple of drones up, and in about 15 minutes, they found him, apprehended the guy. And I think you're going to see more of that. Yeah, is there the 1984 Orwellian, oh my gosh, they're going to watch us do everything? Yes, there's always people that are going to be like that. But this is a great new technology that we need to embrace. And I tell you what, locally, Sky Aerial Services has embraced that. They go out and they can help you map an area. They can help you take pictures of an area. And they're going to help you all the way around with 4K HD video and pictures and really put together a nice package for you. So give them a call if you can. 423-521-0284. That's 423-521-0284. We're going back to half off right quick. And I tell you what, summer, it's hot, but the kids need something to do. And we have something for them. We have a basketball hoop. That's not the backboard. It's just the hoop. This thing's good, solid steel construction. And these things usually are $400 or $500. I mean, they normally are about $400 or $500. You may can find them for $250 or $300, but these good ones are $400 or $500 on our website, and that's hotnewstalkradio.com for $100. $100. You put this up. Now your kids are doing something constructive. They're getting some exercise. They're out in the fresh air. Hey, they may do something that kids today don't know much about, and that would be sweat. That's right. They may actually sweat. Wouldn't that be amazing? Now, I know they probably sweat a little bit inside when they get into their video games and get a little nervous. But this would promote neighborhood competition, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hot News Talk Radio. Click half off. Go to the bottom of the screen, type your information in, and say you want this basketball hoop for $100, and then we'll contact you and we'll make it happen. That's how easy it is. It's very, very simple to do that, and that's what we do. Is we bring local products from local companies to local people, because we are Hot News Talk Radio. We keep it local. We want to give you local information. That's why we have this great lineup during the week. And even on the weekends, we have a great lineup on the weekends. A lot of people seems like they don't listen to the radio or they did listen to a different station. Hey, keep it on here this weekend. We have one of the best shows you're going to hear, whether you're a fishing guy or not, and that's Set the Hook with Pat Rose. It's on Saturdays. Listen to it. He is very entertaining, and plus you may learn something about the area lakes, which is very important. All right, we got a break coming up. My name is Eric Judd. I'm here with Hot News Talk Radio, 1240 a.m. You're listening to Half Off. When we come back, we're going to highlight some more of the great deals that we have on Half Off. Remember to go to hotnewstalkradio.com, Half Off. You can shop while we're playing some commercials.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Don't worry, just relax. You need a car. Come to Automax.
My wife and I keep the cost down. We sell a quality vehicle at a great price. Our overhead is low. I have no employees, so I can keep my costs down. In turn, the consumer gets a better price. Everything that I sell is emission ready. We really try to go the extra mile for our customer. I don't have to pay an employee commission. I don't have to pay somebody to come out here and wash my cars. I do it all from buying to selling from A to Z. I don't have the overhead where I have to raise the price on my vehicle to cover costs. Here at Automax, you're going to guarantee that you get credit. As long as you're making those payments, you're going to build on your credit. Unlike the buy here, pay here is where they don't report to credit bureaus. We report to all 3 credit bureaus. The subprime lenders that we deal with, you don't have to have any credit, or you can have bad credit. You can even have a bankruptcy, a repossession.
Don't worry, just relax. You need a car. Come to Automax.
Do you feel better outside your home or business than in? Indoor air quality is important. Mildew, mold, smoke, water, and rodent damage are prime causes of poor indoor air quality. Ducts Indoor Air Professionals, better known as Duct Busters, cleans HVAC systems using 127 definable Duct Busters steps. Let Mark Thompson address the indoor air quality at your business to help reduce employee illnesses. Prevent fires by cleaning your dryer vents. Mark and his parents, Dick and Joan Thompson, have been building our local economy and helping local people with HVAC systems 16 years. Ducts Indoor Air Professionals. Call 876-9907. 876-9907. Ducks. Call now.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
You love your hometown. Are you interested in free markets, in local economy? Do you hope that Chattanooga can survive the next meltdown, the next chain of disasters in the national economy? What's the best way to live out the ideals of self-government and self-determination? Join me, David Toulis, weekdays 1 to 3.
Host News Talk 1240.
Love your neighbor, buy local.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
Host News Talk 1240.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy.
Happy Friday, everybody. You're listening to Half Off here on Hot News Talk Radio, 1240 a.m. I am Eric Judd. And as you just heard, the David Toulis Show, which actually will be from 1 to 3, and I like that he has the Superman music in his bumper because he is Superman. When it comes to local politics and economics and stuff, Mr. Toulis is the Superman of the radio station. And while we're at break, Russell come in here and informed me that Set the Hook that I was talking about is actually the #1 show in the city, and you can find it Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. And it's an hour show. I encourage you to listen to it. He's actually here in Chattanooga, and he talks a lot about the lake system here in Chattanooga, all the way around to Huntsville. And he's a very knowledgeable guy. He's an ex-wrestler, and that makes it even more entertaining. And every now and then you'll hear, as he will have one of his wrestling buddies from the old days on there. And that's always a good listen to, especially when you're of my generation and he's talking about folks that you knew growing up. So I encourage you to listen to this station, even on the weekends, because the weekend's coming up and it's hurrying up on us. And I tell you what, we got 30 minutes to lunchtime, and I hope that you've already went in and you bought your Jets Pizza gift certificate. That's a $50 gift certificate for $25. You just cannot beat that at all. And I tell you, it is a delicious place to eat. And the more I talk about it, the hungrier I get, just thinking about it. So, all right, the portion of this show, once again, is sponsored by Sky Aerial Services, and they use advanced drone technology to give you a better perspective and depth of your property or your project. They offer aerial photography and video, and I know this, it's high definition video and photographs, and you can use that for your business, your farm, your home, any advertising campaigns. Maybe you got a charity event, just about anything. They also do editing too, and then that will enhance your experience, whether you need something for your website or maybe you need it editing down, you're doing some mapping or something. I know they can do that for you. And they're pretty easy to reach. You can reach them at 423-521-0284, and they will help you tell a story about your property or your project. Whether you're a real estate professional, it doesn't matter if you're in commercial or residential, you can use them. If you're a developer, if you do engineering inspections, survey and ad agencies, automotive and boat sales. I know they've done some work for a couple of the boat sales folks around here because they love it, because you can actually see the boat in motion and you can see how the boat's going to perform. They work with photographers all the way around. And if you're planning a wedding, if it's an outdoor wedding, this would be a wonderful, wonderful way to really enhance that experience for you. So give them a call, 423-521-0284. That's 423-521-0284, skyaerialservices.com. Sky Aerial Services. The sky is their limit. So give one of those guys a call over there. They'll be more than happy. Their consultations are free, and I think that's very important. I know they want to talk to you. They want to get to know you, and they want to kind of look at the project through your eyes so that you'll be happy with what they do. Technology is very important, and there's nothing more important than what's coming up after us, the digital drive. And that's Russell, who is feverishly right now preparing for his show, because there's always such a large amount of information coming out in this digital world that we live in. But right now you're listening to Hot News Talk Radio, and I want you to go to hotnewstalkradio.com, and you can go to half off right there and scroll down, and we're going to talk about a few of these items. We also want you to follow us on Twitter, and that's the Hot News Talk Radio on Twitter. Follow us. And then if you see something going on out in the community, and it doesn't have to be some kind of car wreck or tragedy. It could be you saw somebody help somebody, you saw some goodwill, make sure you put the good stuff on there too. I know people like to tweet the bad stuff, and that's what we all want to listen to. And oh my gosh, what's going on downtown? We got to find out what's going on. It's okay. Tweet us some of the good things that's going on. Maybe you're having something at your church this weekend. Maybe you have an event this weekend. Maybe there's a charity event. You're having a barbecue or something. Tweet us, let us know. We'll do our best to get it on there. If nothing else, it'll be on our Twitterverse, and everybody will be able to see it there. And if you're out and about today, this weekend, maybe you're going to be mowing the yard between 10 or 11 and you don't want to miss Set the Hook, then what you need to do is go to either on your Google phone or on your iPhone. Then you can download the TuneIn app, and just go to Hot News Talk Radio. Once you get there, hit local, go to Hot News Talk Radio, boom, put us in there. You can listen to us no matter where you're at all weekend long. That way you don't miss any of our shows, especially this afternoon. And, weekend's coming up. There's a lot to do. I know tonight, Boyd Speedway down in Ringgold right there, they've got their race tonight. And I tell you what, you've never been to one of their races. I think if it's a quarter-mile track and it's fast, furious, you're going to see them knocking and banging. We are the official NASCAR radio station here in the Chattanooga area, and everybody loves NASCAR, and we like to see them race. But this is kind of like watching the Bristol race every Friday night. Those guys love to race. They'd love to have you come out. And I tell you what, you're going to see some banging and knocking and some rubbing and all that good stuff they do in racing. And that's tonight. I think it starts around 7 o'clock. We've got drag racing right down the road from them. So if you're a racing guy, if you're a NASCAR guy or gal, why don't you go down and spend some time with the local folks there. We got the Chattanooga Market coming up on Sunday. Always a good time. Enjoy going down there. The food trucks that are down there are absolutely delicious. Plus, there's always a different theme. There's a good variety of stuff going on. So Chattanooga has a lot of things going on tomorrow. Find a place to keep cool. It's going to be warm. Maybe you can go to the lake. Maybe you can go up to, the Hiwassee or the Ocoee and enjoy that. Or maybe you got a swimming pool, or a friend with a swimming pool, which is even better, or a friend with a boat. And enjoy your time off. It's very important to do that. We're going to go back to our half off now. Go to hotnewstalkradio.com, click half off. And we've got 2 items on here that are collector's items. We've talked about them before. And, this is going to be something, if you collect this type of stuff and it gets away from you, you're going to be a little upset. Because the first item we have is a 6-pack of long neck Pepsi collectibles. Never been opened. They're in the original 6-pack carrying case. And now this is a $50 to $60, maybe even a $70 item, depending on where you would go to find it. And we've got it for $24. We only have one of these. I would encourage you. We've had some people call and talk about it. I'm thinking about doing it. Stop thinking about it and do it. It's $24. I mean, you're going to get a heck of a deal for $24. So don't be, sometimes if you think too long, you think yourself out of something that you're going to regret. Now, maybe you're not a Pepsi person, because after all, we are in the beautiful city of Chattanooga. Maybe you're a Coke person. Well, we got a 6-pack collectible bottles of Coke, and they're in their original containers. And what makes them collectible is this is the 100th anniversary edition of these Cokes. They've never been opened. I mean, this is going every year, probably every 6 months, the value on these go up. And I'm going to guess that if you went to a website and we're looking to get these, this is probably a $70 value. Well, you can get it for $30. We have one of these 6-packs. We want you to participate, to be part of this. And I know this is a Coke town, and it's not going to last long. So it's very simple. You go to our website, and that's hotnewstalkradio.com. You click half off. You scroll to the bottom. You put your information in, and that's just your contact information. We're not talking about your financial information. We're talking about your contact information. Somebody local, somebody that sounds like you or almost like you, will call you back. We will set up a time to do the transaction. You will get your collectible item. And, of course, we'll get the money. But that's what it is. It's local people interacting with local people for our local economy. And I know David Tullis would be absolutely happy right now to hear that, because it's all about the people here. We want to be a part of this community, and we are a huge part of this community. We are your radio station. You're the one that drives it. You're the one that makes it happen. But from our listeners, but going to all of our sponsors, and we've got some great sponsors here. You heard one of our real good sponsors on the radio Wednesday did a great job, Bruce Krebs. And I mean, he does a great job. He knows what he's talking about, and he can relate it to you. So please, go to all of our sponsors and participate in their business. Tell a friend about their business, because all of our sponsors are going to give you the best possible service they can. We were talking a little bit about drones in the first hour, and, it seemed like last weekend, the only news that was coming out of anywhere were all the shark attacks there on the North and South Carolina coast. And, it just really boggles my mind. It'd be very simple for this, in a very economical way, is to put drones in the air on these beaches. You can put a drone up. It could fly somewhere around 30, 50 feet out over the water. right off the beach. You can get a nice clear picture, live picture as you're flying over, and you can see how these sharks are moving. You can see how these large fish are moving in that shallow water. And there are some people, I know California is using that technology, and the lifeguards are saying, hey man, we're saving lives here, because they can tell. Here they come in toward the beach, they let people know, they get people out of the water. It's time. It's time to start using this wonderful technology for things like that. And North and South Carolina should put drones in the air. I mean, that's a huge boost to their economy, and they don't need that bad news out there. And this is something that's preventable. I mean, it's something we can see. It's something that we can see as the sharks move in and out, whether they're following bait fish, whether they're following the tides or whatever. But we can watch that happen. We can get people out of the water, or we can tell them to get out of the water. I don't know if we can get them out. And there's always that one guy, hell yeah, watch this. He's going to go out and swim with them. We'll see how he does. But, most sane people would want to get out of the water, and be a great warning system. It's very economical. And I read an article where most of the lifeguards on most of the beaches in America are saying, we'd like this. And like I said, it's very easy to make this happen. And those drones can sit up there and not move and look around, or maybe scan a small part of the beach. And if they need any help, I know the people over at Sky Aerial Services be more than happy to help them, maybe go over there and help them get set up and make this happen. So I hope everybody had a good 4th. I know it was rainy here. Couldn't do much in the lake, and the swimming pool was probably a little cold, but still, it was a great time. We did get all the fireworks in. I did not get downtown to see the fireworks either on Friday or Saturday night. I was I got to see a private fireworks show, which was unbelievable. But that's part of the tradition, is had some barbecue ribs, and then got to see the private fireworks show. Now back to Half Off. You're listening to Hot News Talk Radio, 1240 AM, and you can go to hotnewstalkradio.com, click on the Half Off tab there, scroll down, and there's something that's on here, and it's a battery backup with an inverter. And not only that, it's a watertight box. And as Russell said, it's kind of that army green. I don't want to say army green. Everybody says army green. Maybe that Vietnam era green or something like that. But I mean, you can tell that this is army issue. This is probably a $3,500 value. We have it for $9.99. And if you need to, not only something simple like recharge your phone, but maybe you need to run something for a period of time, maybe something in your house, we have some bad weather, storms or something happens, and you want to, run something to keep up with what's going on in the news. You can do this with this. You can put a battery in it. Plus you can put items in it, and you can keep them waterproof to a certain extent. This is a heck of a value. This is something that, if you're a fisherman, or you're a camper, or maybe you just want to be ready in case, something really bad happens, everyone needs this. And this is for $1 less than $1,000. This would be a heck of a purchase. And it's very simple. You just go to our website, hotnewstalkradio.com, Half Off, scroll to the bottom, fill out your information. Somebody's going to call you back, and we'll make this transaction happen for you. Russell and I, last week, we talked about Chrissy's Treasures. They do handmade jewelry. And I'm probably the last person that needs to be talking. And I'm just going to tell you from a guy's point of view, this stuff is really nice. It's very unique, and it's very pretty, and the pricing on it is amazing. Now, we have bracelets, we have necklaces, and we have earrings. And this is handmade stuff, and none of this stuff. We even have a watch. Now, the watch is the most expensive. It's $60. And I guarantee you, this is probably a $150 piece of jewelry. The watch is absolutely gorgeous, but the bracelet and the necklace, $30. And that I'm guessing, and I'm not an appraiser on jewelry, so please don't, but I'm guessing this is anywhere between a $75 and $90 piece, $15 for earrings. And this is a $50 set of earrings. Absolutely gorgeous. Very unique. Very unique. You won't find anything like it. Locally made here in Chattanooga, handmade, and they do a wonderful job over at Chrissy's Treasures. If you need something unique, they've got it, and this is a unique piece. Very simple. Hotnewstalkradio.com. Click Half Off. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Put your information in. Let us know what item you'd like. We'll call you back and we'll make that transaction happen. There's so many items on the website that it's hard to go through them all. And one item that I was wanting to talk about is there was a sword on there, but Russell said he nabbed that up, and I don't blame him. That's, he went in and said, "Hey, I like that. Bam, I'm going to take that." And that's the deal here. These items are only one or two items. We don't have a full warehouse. So if you're interested in something, especially the collectibles or stuff like that, you need to get on them and get on it in a hurry. Get these things, buy them. We had some really nice boots on there that, they looked like they were, military issued boots, and they're gone, because we only had one or two of each size. So they're gone. We had some camo pants on there. Very nice looking camo pants, hunting season's coming up, boom, they're gone. So you need to, you need to get to this stuff and get to it in a hurry. It's very simple. We make it very simple. We don't want your financial information. You go to hotnewstalkradio.com. You click on it. You click the half off, which is right there on the front page. Scroll to the bottom. Put your name, your phone number, way to contact you, the item you're interested in. We'll call you back and we'll make this happen. You are listening to Hot News Talk Radio, and that's 1240 a.m. My name is Eric Judd. And, it is a wonderful, beautiful, hot Friday here in July. Been very lucky on the weather this year, where it's been warm. June was warm. And then, of course, we got the rain last week, which we really needed. And I know the grass is growing and all of that. But look, take some time this weekend to get out and about. And while you're out and about, listen to us on the weekend. We have a great lineup at this radio station on the weekend. And, of course, on Sundays, if you're out and about, we are the exclusive NASCAR radio station for the Chattanooga area. And they do a wonderful job in broadcasting NASCAR, because it's not the easiest thing to broadcast. It really isn't. But the announcers of NASCAR do a wonderful job. And, just because you have to leave your house, maybe you have to go out in the yard and do something, maybe, you're not going to be around a radio, you can go download the TuneIn app. It doesn't matter if you have an Apple product or if you have a Google-based product. Download the TuneIn app. Just go to the local and then look for 1240 a.m. or Hot News Talk Radio. And you know what? You can listen to NASCAR all you want to Sunday, whether you're mowing the yard, maybe you're doing a little fishing yourself, maybe set the hook and Mr. Pat Rose has inspired you and you want to go hit the lake, but you still want to keep up with NASCAR, you can do that too. And as always, no matter where you're at, you can listen to us at hotnewstalkradio.com. I know that's where you find our half off deals there, but you can listen to us live there. A lot of people like that in the office. I even listen to it at home. I've gotten to where I stream just about everything, no matter where I'm at, except in the car. And I still like listening to AM radio. And AM radio, your largest and your most influential people are still on AM radio. All the technology we have, they're still on AM radio. So they know the value of AM radio. You're talking about a great opportunity to advertise. This radio station reaches all of Hamilton County, and we reach all of Hamilton County. It gets in those nooks and crevices that maybe sometimes FM does not, but we do. And we're bringing you local hosts with local radio stations, as well as the major national hosts. So we're going to give you a broad base. We have CBS and Fox News and two of the premier news networks, especially on radio. And we're going to give you those updates. You're going to get local updates. We even have a local show from 5 to 6, Hot News Now, hosted by Russell, where he's gonna catch you up for the day. There's nothing better. You're getting off work, about to get off work. You need to catch up for the day. And, he does a great job doing that. We want to know what's going on. Follow us on Twitter. I've said that a couple of times, but we want you to tweet us. We want to know what you are seeing out there, whether it's bad, good, something unique. I know there was a traffic incident where they were moving a large piece of equipment through Chattanooga that had to go up to Oak Ridge. Somebody tweeted us about it and said, hey, here's what's going on. Boom. We had to get that on the air, because you need to know that 24 and 75 between these hours are probably going to be a little complicated to get around. We'd like to thank all the people for Twitter that are out there, and they're tweeting us, and they're being our cub reporters here for Hot News Talk Radio. I tell you, we got to get back to half off. And we talked about the pizza. That's a $25 Jet Pizza gift certificate for $50. We've gone over the handmade jewelry, which is absolutely beautiful. You need to go to the website and see that. Pretty simple. hotnewstalkradio.com, half off. Scroll down. You'll see, I mean, these jewelry pieces are just unbelievable. They are gorgeous. And there's probably not a woman in the world that they wouldn't like a piece of jewelry like that, because they know it's handmade and it's coming from the heart. And that's really what it's all about. You know, and then we're going to go from one extreme to another, because that's the way the website is. We have such a variety. You can get handmade jewelry, or you can be prepared for anything that may happen with this battery backup and inverter, which is a killer deal. I mean, it's more than half off. It's 2/3 off. You need to go to the website and look at it. In fact, you need to just buy it, because it's the only one we have. And, it's going to be one of these things when we have some bad weather, especially this winter, or we're going to have a thunderstorm or something come through, the lights are out, you're going to be kicking yourself saying, I really need to charge my phone or something like that. We've got collectibles from both Coca-Cola and Pepsi on there, and we got a ton of stuff. So just go to hotnewstalkradio.com, go to half off, scroll down there. You find you something, scroll to the bottom, fill out your information. That's not your financial information. That is your contact information. And somebody's going to call you back, and then we're going to make this transaction happen, because that's what we do. We believe in local transaction. We believe in being involved in your local politics. We believe in being involved in the local economy. And we want you to stay with us, because after us here today, Russell comes up on the digital drive, and I'm not sure, he's awful busy and awful serious about something. He's even got shoes on today. So, when he's wearing his shoes, he's serious about something. So I'm sure he's got a great show coming up. And as always, David Tullis on Nuganomics is, and follow him, Nuganomics.com. Go to Nuganomics.com, bookmark that. Got some great information on there. He is, I guess, in his core, he is still a newspaper type guy, and he's going to bring you great information. And after that, we got Sean Hannity, and then stick around, because we got Hot News Now, and then Cowboy Up with Tex, one of the most unique shows that you've ever heard. And that's what we do here at Hot News Talk Radio. Remember listening to us this weekend. Got a nice lineup. I'd like to thank Sky Aerial Services for being our sponsor for this hour. You can give them a call at 423-521-0284, 423-521-0284. If you need aerial photography, or maybe you need some video for your website, or maybe you're shooting some raw video that you need to add to a commercial, they can work with you to help you tell your story. And that's the most important thing, is they want to help you tell your story. Tell you what, it's been a great fun here on Half Off. Remember to go to hotnewstalkradio.com, click the Half Off. You can shop 24/7. I wish everyone a great weekend and a happy Friday. And remember, go to Jet's Pizza for lunch today. My name is Eric Judd, and I thank you.